I was just never that girl that let people put me down and stayed down. I was used to being kind of like a little bit of an ugly duckling as a kid, and also just always being kind of the odd one out. My cousins were so beautiful and developed and this and that, so I was always the weird one or the funny one and the artistic one. So I was definitely a little bit of an outcast. I pretty much grew up alone in my room with my toys and a lot of VHS tapes. That was really what I leaned on. I watched a lot of like Tim Burton movies like Beetlejuice and Coming to America, and then orchestrating these like elaborate movie concepts in my head. I was just like one of those only children that just only had themselves to kind of keep entertained. So super creative and super imaginative. That was me. I was that kid. I went to a high school for fashion design. I learned how to sew there. And we had a senior fashion show, and I choreographed these things and made all these costumes and got the poster garment. It was kind of like I visualized it into existence. And that was something that kind of taught me how to translate this creative idea and making it a reality. So taking that through college was a big step for me. And I went to FIT for fashion design and always thought I was gonna end up designing. But after college, I was learning floor plans and logistics and math and all of these things, and I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? I'm all over the place. I'm costuming, I'm sewing, I'm making floor plans. I'm a mess. I know I want to do something creative, but I don't know what it is. And then I got the job at Complex, and I'm like, the marketing department was always planning events, and I was like, I'm into events. Like, I throw these cool parties, I make these costumes, like, I can do this, just give me a chance. And I campaigned and showed pictures of things that I'd done, and somehow they trusted me, and 6 months later, they created a role for me, and it was called Special Projects, and nobody really knew what that was. I didn't know what I was getting into, but they gave me the chance to be creative and completely trusted me, and it just kind of developed into something that I knew I was meant to do. I'm supposed to be creating experiences for people. That's what's super important, and there's nothing better than to put all this work into something and make this really cool, immersive environment that people want to share and remember. It's more than just a photograph. It's more than just living through text messaging and all that. It's you're immersed in it, and it's like overwhelming. I want it to be that way, and that's kind of why I know that it's my calling.
Do you think you're beautiful?
I do think I'm beautiful. Now I think I'm beautiful. It took a long time for me to get here. Like, I used to think I was like this ugly little kid and just had low self-esteem. Like, I wanted to look like my cousins. I wanted to have a body, and I wanted all of these things. And, you know, I was kind of all over the place. And I had a boyfriend, a really, really bad boyfriend in my early 20s. And he used to put me down so much. It was like Ike and Tina, just horrible emotional abuse. And he told me, you know, you're the beacon of stability, like very sarcastically, because I didn't have it together. I was in college, I was working weird jobs, I didn't know what I wanted. I was hanging on to him like a little puppy because he was gorgeous, and I still felt like this ugly little duckling that, you know, landed a cool, cute guy. And when he said that to me, like, that kind of stuck with me even to this day. And I'm like, you know what? I am the beacon of stability. Like, I am the shit. And now my man is 10 times cuter than you. I'm making money. I have my own place. Nobody's taking care of me. I'm doing it for myself. And I feel great about that. Like, I didn't let that person break me. And it just pushed me to keep going and make something of myself more. Not to prove to him, but to prove to myself that I will never let anybody make me feel that way again. Now I'm engaged. My fiance is my best friend. He would tell me about myself even when I didn't want to hear it. He put me in my place, he checked me, and he also keeps me going. Sometimes I go through this, what am I doing? I don't know if I can do this. Like, I have these meltdowns, kind of like, I can't take it. I don't know what direction I'm going in my life. Like, he would just be so supportive and have these long, inspirational talks with me. Like, I'm not gonna let anybody ever put in your head that this isn't what you're meant to do. Like, I believe in you and everything that you do. And I was just like, I can't wait to marry you. I can be my true self, and I can't wait to, you know, start my life with him. That's gonna be my baby daddy. There's beauty in being different and expressive. So I do feel beautiful and I feel powerful and I feel strong and resilient and kind of badass. Now that I'm older, I have so much more confidence. And you know, in my late 20s, I was like, I'm a bad bitch, like, yes. My favorite thing about myself is my resilience. I feel like I've been through so many different trials and tribulations in my life, between divorced parents to being this ugly duckling, as I perceived myself, to having abusive boyfriends and no direction and people telling me that I wasn't anything and I wouldn't be anything. Throughout all of that, I think my thick skin and my ability to bounce back and come back stronger, better, smarter, feeling more empowered, and feeling like I did it for myself, and to like show the haters that they were wrong about me and that I am the shit. That is something that I love about myself and that I really want and hope can inspire other people to bounce back from. I was just never that girl that let people put me down and stayed down. I showed them, you know, I think I'm doing it. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!